All right, we'll wait a little while. Hello, hello. Let some people join in on the stream. But I guess before anybody joins, I can take a look at my list and see if there's anything I want to mess with. But I actually think I like how this is looking right now. I should really get my diviner ordered. I guess I'll check TCG player pricing on that while I wait for people to join in. Yo, Deha, Mad, good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. This fine Saturday. This is the list I'm rocking. I think it's the same as last time. We've got the Eschatos in now. I'm honestly thinking if anything comes out, it could probably be the Diviner. But I think, yeah, let's see. We have a lot of starters, but the Mitsu stuff is a 2-card combo vibe, if you ask me. So having a higher than average number of starters might just be necessary for this deck, if I'm honest. Let's do some matches. We'll see if people queue up into those. Just posted your deck list in Discord. Yeah, I mean, there's always making it better, right? But it's important to have a starting point. I see we're playing Fungi of the Musk. I appreciate that. I like the board breaker approach. I would definitely be playing Fluilos if I had it. I just don't. Poor gang. 3 Naya, 3 Nunu. I like the spells. This hand goes crazy. 2 Impermanent Ash. I think we just let them do the illusion thing. Dealing with the... Oh, it's just straight up Dark Magician. 2 Imperm is weird in your list, I feel like. I think 2 Imperm... I think this might just end their turn. We'll see. Branded fusion into Secret Village. What a nasty thing they're trying to do right now. I suppose I should post as well. Okay, we have a couple options here that I like. We are a little normal summon heavy though. Because thought of adding a Rika since Rip doesn't hurt us much anymore. No, I agree. Rip isn't nearly as big a problem as it used to be. Here we can send... I kind of like the Neff precisely for that reason. And then I think what we could do is we go... Summon. We'll summon our King of the Fairy Lamps. I think we'll have to go battle phase to clear the spellcaster. If they stop the Saji, we can also just go into our King of the Feral and go for a Naya line, but... Okay, they don't, so we're free to set up Ritual here. It also has a few more starters, definitely a Diviner though. Yeah, I suppose you have Bloom and Seed if you add Ragnarika to the mix, right? Strike is unfortunate. We will simply set and pass then. The good news is that Nunu is back in our graveyard. So we can reuse that next turn. Also, let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet. I think it should be good at its current level. We're going to see another rod come down. We're just going to hit that as well, I think. It does become much harder to deal with Secret Village now that they have 2 spellcasters. There's music. I can turn it up a little bit. It might just be too chill too. Maybe I'll put on something else. So, oh yeah, that's good. Hang on, I'm having weird issues. If I go diviner, I could go there. That's probably a little better. If we go diviner, we could send Entis to pop secret village, but it doesn't actually get us all that far. But if we go, yeah, let's do this. We'll go Nunu, revive, normal diviner. Diviner will remove secret village. We'll then be able to go Echidna. It'll lock us, but Entis, yes. Get rid of this. We'll go Echidna, and then Echidna will grab us Ame, and we can play from there. I love this card. Ame, perfect. Summon one from our hand. I always want to click the top option. Summon this. I think here we'll just go, it's got to be Kusanagi. Saji's pretty good. We've used our normal, we've used our Nunu. So the other part, it doesn't really make sense to do Night Sword. Let's do this. We'll get our Ame out. And here we can go Ame, Kusanagi. This is actually the wrong order. I just did it too quickly. My apologies. This should be not Chainlink 3 as it's now ashable. We won't summon Neff here, although we could actually. Maybe I should have. Here we probably want a Prayers to just extend a little further. We probably have Lethal this turn now that I say that. We'll go Prayers. We will tribute our Ame. We'll do both effects, of course. We'll summon from our, or I'm sorry, add from our deck to our hand our Ame as we want to summon from our deck. We will summon out one Saji, and we will revive our Ame with its own effect. And here we can search a card. I guess we just searched this, but we really don't need it. And here we have 44 damage. Not gonna lie, team, I did this kind of awkwardly. Well, not really. We give up this other Ame from hand, but I think that's fine. Summon this, tribute this, put this on the board. Yeah. Yeah, and Neff can come back out. Okay, game 2. Actually, no, I'm gonna learn how cards work before I make Shinomitsu. I mean, they're both level 8s, I guess. What's the synergy there? Also, GG's, thank you. We are going second versus Dark Magician. I think Nib is probably not needed. Why don't we just slot in a little Bestial Engine then? I think the rest of this is all pretty fine into them, honestly. Maybe evenly just to clear. Yeah, I don't know how good Droll is. Let's do this. Synergy, that's my favorite kind of synergy. Okay. The synergy, no, I respect it. So Evenly was here specifically to help with Village. So I'm happy to see that come down, although our hand doesn't really get us there yet. But the Diviner is really nice. Diviner is another immediate way to just remove any card. Is Mitsurugi the future? Hey, level 99. I think probably. Ogdoadic was never really a pure deck to begin with. Not that it mattered from that position. If you ritual summoned the Futsu using the Ame in hand instead of the prayers for getting an extra attack off the self-revived Ame. Yeah, no, that would have been better. I agree, 100%. We have a lot of options here. We have 1, 2, 3 starters, really more than that, but 3 that we can use together. They're hitting our diviner, which means we're gonna have to go for the nadir. Since we... Oh, just kidding. We could battle phase ram this Bestial, but I think that's unnecessary. We'll just save it for during their turn. I think there's still an argument to play an Evolzar build. I still like that way of building the deck. I think it's bad to focus on a second wave when we haven't even gotten the first wave in TCG yet. I don't even have the cards yet. Take some damage. Baldrake will be really nice to clear this Illusion Magician. I guess we'll summon it now. Ogdoadic is the only deck in life I don't have. My only deck. It's one of my only. I only have a couple, and none of them are especially expensive. My Ogdoadic list is actually my most expensive. Well, that feels bad. I suppose we'll go for the summon first, just because we're going to go battle phase pretty early in this turn. Here we have prayers, so I think it makes sense to grab ritual, because we can tribute Saji. Yeah, let's do that. Clear this thing. We're doing Magician Navigation. Getting a Dark Magician from the hand. That's pretty annoying, but what I can do is I can crash my Baldrake. Yeah, we'll crash the Baldrake. We will give up our Saji, taking minimal damage by fighting the Dark Magician girl. Okay, that's... ouch, but fine. I had to cut the evols because I couldn't fit the Fiendsmith stuff and the evil stuff in the extra together without... I don't think Chaos Angel does all that much for this deck. I don't really see the reason to force keep Chaos Angel. It pained me since Dolka Lars was my favorite part. I don't think you need Dolka either. So they kept the village, which means we are pretty free to do whatever we'd like from here. If we go Prayer's Ritual, we can actually play through any hand trap that is. So we'll add our Ame here. We will Ritual. I just have PTSD of Lars 0, I'll pass. Summon one from hand first. Tributing from our deck. We already did Saji. We'll go Kusanagi, and I guess Night Sword is fine. The only thing cringe is how often you refer to Slicer being cringe as such. Chaos Angel comes up in the grind games all the time. It's one of the few plays that can tear down a Dweller board from Ryzeal and survive the turn. Okay. I definitely don't hate it. I just... it doesn't seem anywhere near necessary to me. But if you're getting mileage out of it... The only thing cringe were the 7 stutters. Epic. Thank you very much. Let's add prayers. We can use... oh, oops. Oh dear. I already used prayers this turn, didn't I? But I can just use it next. Yeah. Definitely a misplay. That's okay. Here we're pretty free to go Nadir. We can send Garura or Entis. Let's do Entis just to disable this thing. We'll put down the Maximus. I'm now internally groaning whenever I read your messages, Mad. That was so uncool. Here we can draw a card and pick up a ritual spell. It is slightly dangerous letting them set up their graveyard, but that's always the kind of inherent risk with Maximus, so I'm not too worried about it. Rose playing Dark Paladin and Amulet Dragon. We'll go search Chainlink 1, draw Chainlink 2, as we care much less about that. I don't know if making fun of people for the way they talk counts as being right, but okay. We'll add a ritual. I don't think it really matters. I kind of like having the other one in deck. And we're locked out of our ED, so we will just set our prayers, which gives us the on-demand board wipe off our Ame, and we're chill. GG's. Okay, let's go again. I could see trying to cut down to a lower card count. Maybe cut the diviners and a couple of the less necessary hand traps, but I do like 60 for really doing the most to dilute the card count. I keep doing fists because last time I was doing scissors and it wasn't working. Now I'm being punished for the opposite. You just can't win. One interrupt is rough. We'll see what we're up against. Oh dear. Send for cost is crazy. I guess we'll just chill. We got to get some pretty mad value with our Ash here. Dragoons is going off. I think I let this through. I'm going to be honest, team. I do not know Atlantean combos. Lapis Dragon. Is that standard? It's a Poplar. That's crazy. Abyste is hitting the board. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Adding a Mermail. I don't think the Mermail will matter here. I think it's all about these discard effects. I lied. The original Poplar. Hey, Joe. Yeah. I know this is an older card. I just haven't seen it in a whole lot of decks. Abyssdine bringing back the bodyguards. Sorry, Shadow Squad. This seems like a lot of resources. This seems like a lot to deal with. Making 7, so we're gonna go into the big rank 7, the newer one. Abyss Gaios. Once to return during either player's turn, so it's a quick effect. Wow, I didn't end up using my Ash. So they can hit my whole board once. Otherwise, I don't think they have much going on. Maybe just 2 hand traps on the back end there. It's possible we use Purification aggressively too. With prayers, we have a ritual, so I think actually Snake Rain is probably our first play. Maximus is going to be win more. It's going to be something we use at the very end of our turn, but I think it's still better. Let's get rid of the Ash here. I was ready for you to... I was also ready for me to get hand looped. I did not think we would get away this lucky. Here we'll send our Neff, just get it into the graveyard. And now we can try to do our Naya line. Better to do that early because it takes so many field spaces. And we haven't used our normal summon at all, so we're still free to do stuff with prayers, even without the tribute. No hand loop, no dweller. Strongest. This is definitely ideal. No, chat. This is definitely what the Mermail board is supposed to look like. They chose not to revive. That's interesting. They know I have thrust. Oh, we're hitting with Yugioh here. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. This seems like a great time to prayers. It's a little strange because we won't have as good a body. Oh, I should have read this. No, I shouldn't have. Abyss Near. Both effects. We will add our Saji. We will summon our Saji from our hand. And get our Naya. Because target dodging is awesome. Oh, of course, the Saji is still going to get hit by the... by the Yugioh. I should have thought that through a little more. So actually, I should have just added this to hand. Because we still have our normal... or had our normal summon, so that was a mistake. We can still recover, though, because we can still use our normal. Although, actually... this gets much worse now that I've kind of fumbled it the way I did there. But we'll add our Daybreak. Yeah, I shouldn't have used the Saji. I was just doing it because I thought it was funny. But now we're locked out of a second Saji that we could search using King of the Fair Lamps or Echidna. So, oops. Once per turn. Okay. Well... we could normal summon Maximus, that's funny. How do I want to go about this? If we go... Echidna... let's use Daybreak. We'll tribute the Naya. Good to have it in the banishment. Get ourselves 2 tokens. We could probably go for... Lizardos, zero somebody out. Search a couple reptiles here, but we really need the spell. That's the thing. I don't need... well, actually, we can get the spell using Maximus. So if we went Bam Bam... we only really need 1, though. So if we went... sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about this turn. Because I also want to get rid of that set card. I don't really like not knowing what that is. So next time we have a chance to bring out our Neff, I think we will. Let's zero this. And then here we could go for a Phoenix. I kind of like that. We will keep these 2, which means I'm going to have to give up my trap, but that means we will have access to its other effect this turn if we want it. Purification. Okay, cool. Get rid of that. Sphere. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Here we can summon Maximus, banishing our Echidna. Maximus will get us a ritual spell. And I think a draw. We could remove another card, but Ame is going to do that already. If they have currently testing deck list, thinking cutting Herald down to 2 instead of 3. Any reason? You want to have reasons for your ratios. So we'll go Herald 1 and Garura 2. You can use the trap. Just use the Daybreak to mill the Mitsurugi. No, I messed up. Fabio. That's a good idea, but I didn't plan ahead far enough. I used Saji's effect, so even if I had another one, it wouldn't be activatable this turn, but that would have been better than what I did, because yeah, then we could have used Neff to do some cool stuff. So we will go Chainlink 1 with the Herald, Chainlink 2 the Garura. They are getting a Toad trigger here. Since I'm only running 1 Arclight, you're not running anything else in your extra that's good for Diviner to hit? Because I also run Garura and the Entis. Nice. So we get to pick up our ritual here. We also have a nib. Okay, so here we can activate this. We'll summon out from our hand, tributing from deck. And we're going to tribute our Kusanagi. We are locked into the extra deck, so I don't want to use too many things frivolously. So let's just get our Zoha into the graveyard. Bring out our Futsu. We have yet to use our battle phase. We will use our Kusanagi, pick back up our ritual, which will let us summon from deck, as well as bringing out the Nephilibus. Bring out the Neph. Add this Kusanagi. Using it, we will summon from our deck our Ame, tributing our Futsu. We can also use in the battle phase our trap now to push for lethal. So we'll tribute this, summon this, and we will revive and search, wipe the board, and this will be 5, 7, yeah, way over lethal. Wipe, add and bring you out. Doesn't really matter. We'll go prayers just because it's got the most flexibility on their turn. We will summon back our Futsu. Oh, this must be in damage step. I was wondering why I couldn't interact with this. Also, thank you to everybody for coming out. Leave a like. It helps a lot. I'm really excited for this deck to hit the TCG. I know the sneak peek was this weekend, but I didn't get to go. I actually was at a wedding last night. We'll use our Ame. We just want to force out a card from their hand. Ame is such a unique effect. It's very strange, giving the option to discard. That is nowhere near enough protection for our battle phase. We still have our Daybreak in grave as well. And actually, I haven't even used Neph to revive anybody. Inventories, they special summoned, so we get to summon a reptile from our graveyard. We will bring out, I guess, just our Zoha. Alright, it is second Arclight and Entis. I think Futsu dying here is fine. Bring out Zoha. Oh, I misread the situation. That is pretty annoying. But I think is honestly fine. Here we'll add our Ogdoadic, send it away. And then we will bring it back out using our Neph. Okay, they scoop. Oh, they left. Jeez. Okay. I'm just gonna use the restroom. I've just been drinking tea, so it's running through me. So I'll be right back. After this, we'll play some more games. Sorry for the break. We're back. Let's get some more games. How does Droll not work well with Evil Seed? I guess I'm a little confused by that. I suppose I hadn't thought about it, but if we go first, Droll is much worse in this deck too because we add so much during the opponent's turn, but if it means stopping them from accessing their deck when they want to, I think that's worth it still. I need to add 2 with Evil Seed to make a combo. What does that have to do with Droll, I guess? We'll redo the room. Droll stops us from adding. Just don't droll yourself. What? Are you adding on the opponent's turn with Evil Seed? Droll being in your deck doesn't just stop you from adding cards. I didn't even check, but actually these cards might not even... Oh no. After 2 seconds of thoughts, I realized my mishap. Let's try joining some people. Okay, but not like that. Pre-release card, unofficial. Okay. All right, we'll play pre-release then. So cool thing to note related to Droll, Saji plus plus prayers or ritual monster plus ritual plays through Droll and ends around 5 interactions. That's awesome. Finally, we won a dice roll. This hand is pretty good too. Ritual, rank 4 access, Naya. I like it a lot. Here it's gonna have to be... No, yeah, we're good. Send the Neff. We'll go for the Naya. Only time you're drolling on your own turn is to counter mulch. And you can just wait until you get these searchers. Yeah, you just wait till you get your important ones. Otherwise, I don't see how it matters. For Saji and Prayers, you want to do it in the draw phase. If you open Ritual and Ritual Spell, you can do it in the main. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. It's kind of like, yeah, if you have access to a quick play and it searches, you should do it in the draw just in general. I should start doing that. Good insight. Summon out our Nunu. Tribute our Nunu for our curse. Now that we have a level 8 on board too, even if this gets hit with something nasty like an imperm, it actually means Ritual is live, although it doesn't get us all that far. So I'm happy the Naya gets to hit the board. Foolos is gross. I don't think 2 of Lightning Storm makes sense at the very least. So I want to summon from deck and extra as few times as possible, but I don't want to just roll over and die. Neff can bring back an Ogdoadic. So if we could go Slicer. Does Ritual have any merit to it? If we went Ritual here, tribute this, bring out an Ame. Oh, actually. So we can tribute a Ritual with the Daybreak, but it is going to net them more cards. but an Ame seems worth it. So let's summon an Ame from our deck, because the Ame gets us the Hand Rip and the Search, both of which are great. So they're going to get their draw. Here we'll go for a Daybreak. I could even Daybreak this and then send Revive, Tribute, Tribute, Tribute. No, Tribute, Tribute, Tribute. Yeah. But this is more immediate. Yeah, let's just do this. We get more tokens as well. I was trying to maybe do something where we tribute the Naya, but I think this just makes more sense. And don't summon 4. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. That's embarrassing. Sorry, Bats. I should have waited a millisecond longer to click through, because now, obviously, the Ame won't summon itself. That was a mistake. I'm so dummy dumb. Sorry, chat. I mean, to be fair, we are under Molcharmy, so it's pretty rough either way, but that was still not smart. Okay. We had a search. We still have our normal summon. So Saji's still pretty good. Let's do Purification. We can still salvage this a little bit. Do I want... Or we could have summoned 3 token... Yeah, what do you mean or? There's no or. That's the only... That's exactly what Batsmack was talking about. I like don't agree and then... Oh dear. Okay. I am going to summon from the extra deck a couple times. We're going to give them the +2. But I think it'll be important to set up an actual board. Now, if this gets ashed or something... Taking severe time, we can still salvage this. The ash is rough. We can bring out the Neff. We only have reptiles, so we can't really go for the Eschatos. Good to see you, Mandrew. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We bring out the Neff. Yeah, I like it. We'll probably just tribute the Slicer, honestly, for an Ogdoadic. It's not Cope. No. Things aren't looking grim. Trust. Okay, we'll use this. The good news is they haven't really gained much from the Molcharmy. Deha says that way more than he thinks. At least Neff can bring back Ame. Yeah, exactly. That seemed like an awfully long pause, but okay. Good. Get rid of the Ogdoadic, although if we... No, we're just sending to Graves, so we don't want to get too cute with it. We've already used our Neff. Bring back our Ogdoadic, tribute this, tribute this, tribute this. We do not need that around on our board. There might be a rock in your future. I think there might be. Yeah. I think there very well might be. Summon out our Ogdoadic right by our Neff. They're friends. Set a card. And we just pass on this. If we weren't... Okay. There is a rock. We can at least rip a card from their hand, but it's pretty bad. At least it's huge. Okay, we just pass. I mean, We have our own rock. Neff can pop out pretty easily too. And if we have Neff, we have a level 5 or higher, level 5 or higher reptile. So we'll still be able to use our purification most likely. Just kidding. I don't like using Ame to rip versus nib because the smart player just discard the nib and you're out of body. Oh my god. That's insanity, Bat. You're crazy today. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Because nib doesn't need to hit the field. We can use purification. Okay. Also blind, having them keep the nib on board, and Ryzeal X can't search. You're going crazy today, Bat. I can't believe it. The good news is purification can get us Ame, which can wipe the board. It's okay to discredit if they just don't know. I mean, they didn't, but neither did I. Mad says you're cooking, but he's gonna say the same thing you just did in like 40 seconds. I just have to make sure we time the Ame when they have a decent number of bodies. We can probably get the nib off before it though, because they're already at 4. Okay, into a guy. He's activating. That's fine. Surely that was 5 summons by now. I have literally no idea what's in your extra deck, man. You gotta... it's not... You gotta be more specific than that. Adding back a Memento card. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm like, why can I not nib? Obviously, I use Neff. Okay. I've just got to figure out... I knew it was going to be Chaos Angel as a recommendation. I think this is probably a good spot to use the purification. So let's bring back out the Ame. Bring this to the field. I think we're going to tribute the nib. I think if they can out that, I don't know. I think they can out. Ogdoadic token plus curse is dark plus light. Yeah, I'm not saying I hate it. Definitely not. We get the hand rip here at least. And all they're doing is popping our guys. Beat Cop could definitely go. Link Spider could go. And from here, they're pretty low on resources, I think. I don't know Memento all that well, but... Oh dear, a field spell. Wow. Plus another fusion. Or no, search for sure, right? Blech, they just keep playing. Yeah, I can definitely tell. It just seems like unnecessary stuff to me. Oh man, if this were live, it would be so nice. Maybe it shouldn't even be in the deck since I can't really use it when we're reptile locked like this. My body is a machine. It's good link climbing. You can just link climb more naturally, I think. Typhon's another good option. Strong, or the toughest games are the ones where they stick a dweller and you have to out it and survive turn 3. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. What was I saying about being alive? Bummer. Feels good to have Maxi back in the format, doesn't it? No. All right. Let's do... I guess barrier is pretty good versus them. We'll do this. We'll put in these. Going first. I need to cut 2 cards. Eschatos might not be a bad one to cut. It's a little greedy. Let's do that. We'll call Fusion with the barrier, which I like a lot. Ogre doesn't seem amazing. Droll seems good, but we might be able to losses. So, looking at this, there's probably something to do with the Bestials as well. But I don't know their deck that well. Okay. We lead with the Nunu. See what they have. Nothing yet. Zoha to the graveyard. We'll go Zoha to the hand. Discarding, I think... I think the Lily is the least valuable card here. Although maybe not. It would have helped us get an extra deck monster to the graveyards. Didn't realize that was Eschatos and not Protoss. I think Protoss is kind of hard to use for this deck. I haven't tried it much, but locking off your access to something like Dark is really bad. And I think relying on them having an attribute you have no access to is even weirder, because then Protoss becomes a weird go second card almost. I like that Eschatos gives you more control. Man, they just have it all versus me. Droll just kills me. Let's go. Naya will summon the curse. And then Purification's live at least, but it's not great. We're going off of Purification. I don't even want to revive. And a Droll. The good news is they seem to search a lot. I have no idea where to hit this deck. It has so many activations. That makes sense on why they didn't bring back the Droll. They wanted a clear field for the Tatsuno Toshigo. That's fair. Both I feel are a little awkward turn 1 this format. I do agree. Calling Dark is not great. Yeah, it's not amazing. I like that it has some board breaker potential as well. Nemesis is so neat. I'm sad it's only around for boring locks. What's neat about it then? That's all they do. That doesn't make any sense. I actually think they're quite interesting. They're really powerful floods, but I think they look weird. I think Eschatos looks really weird. Okay, this seems good. Let's try and stop this. Cool. It's just gonna pop up anyway. Spec a level 6 or lower Memento from your graveyard. So at least something they already had in circulation. Goblin. I don't know if Droll does anything versus this deck now that I'm playing. Do you try adding Megalith spell? It's wait. Do you try adding Megalith spell? It's a some monster. I'm not 100%, but I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, Abdel, but I haven't tried Megalith out, if that's what you're asking. But that doesn't mean it can't work. Oh, it's so late to do a draw. It just doesn't do anything versus them. I probably should have cited it out. What's your opinion on the sprint lines with Plague Spreader / Mirror Mage? Turn a bunch of tokens into a Herald to make Imp and search both halves of the ritual summon. What do you mean? Oh, you said turn a bunch, but you just go to make imps and both search halves. I think that sounds cool. It's been a while since I played a Sprint build, but I really like the Sprint versions. They play really naturally into Colossus too, which is also just really nice. We're just dead again. This deck puts out so much damage. I could definitely, and also Herald is just a really nice monster. 2 tokens for sprint, 3rd token and the tuner to make a Herald. Yeah. I know, we used to do stuff like that. Then Herald plus Naya for imps. Yeah, that sounds sick. You don't remember? We used to do a combo almost just like that with sprint sending Plague Spreader. Yeah, let's try that. That sounds awesome. I feel like there's stuff in the extra deck here that doesn't need to be. It also means we could probably cut this, because I like having access to, yeah, I remember the old lines with it. Just wasn't sure if you had tried it recently. No. Add mirror. No, you're being bad today, Matt. I'm not doing things for you. We can cut Flag, we'll cut Eschatos. We can cut Banshee then. We'll add in a Plague, we'll add in a Sprint. I've been doing it ending on about reviving the Herald. And then we have, so it's just Plague and Sprint that I need to pull that off, right? We already have Herald in the deck. So if I want to do that, okay, but when it doesn't work, it's kind of awkward, right? But it's not that many more inclusions. I almost want to cut Nib down to 2 right away. I like Valor. Let's try this. Let's try this here, and then one more hand trap. I don't know. Maybe I like having a high hand trap count. There's probably a world where Mourner is worth having in here, right? You'd think, at least I would think Mourner is better. I'm on 2 imps at the moment, but honestly it doesn't come up super often, and you don't need both. I don't think you need both. I think it's a safety thing. I could definitely see it being comfortable having both, but I don't think it'll come up regularly in a way that you couldn't avoid. I don't think you'll lose games where you're running 1 imp instead of 2. This looks cool. Because I like that. Then you can start with, as long as you have a Naya line, you have access to the whole thing. This hand's a little weird. Have you thought of mixing in any other ritual monsters? I have not. Do you have any suggestions for them? I don't think it's, I don't know. I guess I'm a little confused, to be honest, because I feel that just because it's a ritual deck doesn't mean you mix it with other ritual things. You feel me? Oh, that's crazy. Bro is grabbing crystals. Jellyfish? You're asking this guy? No. The answer is I have not considered doing that. I think we should try and kill them next turn. They're also gonna whack me again. Oh, are they not? Okay. That's a very good top deck. Let's see if we can actually pull a card. Only other ritual monster I could justify would be Illusion of Chaos for Magician Souls, but it's not enough good sense for Souls. Yeah, it's also, that's not really a ritual thing you'd be doing. You would just be doing a draw engine, kind of. I don't really want them establishing Jellyfish as a continuing threat. Oh, that's... Oh. Okay. I suppose Primite would make that deck better. I think we're just dead now, aren't we? Can't his monsters attack twice? Monsters you control can make up to 2 attacks. Oh, on monsters during each battle phase. Okay. And they deal double damage. Okay. Saji is once again a very lucky top deck. Oh, they have Umi. God, I can't believe I just lost to that. That's crazy. That was insane. I have to redeem myself or lose again. Hello? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I wish it just randomly decided or let you roll dice. That'd honestly be so much nicer. Okay, really good hand. Caldbly plus 2 starters. We will get our Neff in the graveyard. Summon out our Nunu. We already have a ritual in hand as well. The only thing that's a little unfortunate is purification, but even that's really just fine. If we have to, we can make use of it from the graveyard during the turn it's sent there. So here we want to add our ritual. This is actually the most goated hand I've seen so far. I could make a rank 4 with these guys. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually go for our full Naya combo first. Because we have ritual spell plus ritual monster, which means we have everything we need to do that part. So I'm comfortable just going for the other line. That way we have both. Use our Naya. Send the curse. We won't use our Neff, because as is, we have no reason to. And in this case here, we actually don't have to go for the sprint line. We obviously have no need for it since we already have access to the cards we want, which means we can just do our plan B. I guess they're both just different. Yeah, we'll call it plan B of Slicer. And I feel pretty good about going for a Lizardos for a draw during this. Lizardos, we will banish a Nunu. Nice, good pickup. A little dangerous to do before searching, I suppose, but really not much. If you like losing so much, Matt, I'm here to support you. I'm here to say I'm happy that you're happy playing that way, but I like playing cards that increase my chances of winning duels. And instead of high roading. We'll summon this from hand, sending from deck the Kusanagi, of course. We have some pretty decent gas. Let's do this. Summon out that Ame. Activating our Kusanagi to add back Ritual. Tell that to Wen Dragon. I don't know what that means. Here we can summon out from our deck. Our Futsu. I also don't remember calling it unbeatable, but that's interesting that that's how you understood those words. And this seems pretty good to me. We're still not limited at all, so we could go for... I was gonna say Mask. That doesn't make a ton of sense. We could go for an SP here, then Daybreak, bring out Neff. I kind of like that. Let's do that. We won't banish anything because it'd be our thing we'd be banishing. Go Daybreak, put this back in the deck. Send a monster to the graveyard. We'll send our Ogdoadic. We'll bring out our Neff. And now Neff here can bring back... Let's do the M-Frame right away. And we still haven't tributed our Futsu, so let's do that. And then I just won't special summon a monster. I'm learning. Summon back, and we'll add another Prayers. Our hand is so full. Okay. And then we can get that back on the opponent's turn. Setting 4. Crazy. It's not a mirror match. It's not a mirror match if we're playing different decks. I'm also just gonna start ignoring you if you keep being annoying mad. It's making the stream so much less fun to engage with. It's okay to not like Slicer. You can also just keep it to yourself. That is possible. Do I want to lose all of my back row? Not really. Let's go... Tribute a monster. I have to... Yeah, let's do this. We'll tribute this. And we'll go... Let's clear up some space. Yeah, let's give up our Neff. Stop that. I know that looks a little strange because we could get more value by tributing one of these, but I like clearing up a little more of our board because I think it's going to get pretty crowded on the ground pretty fast. We have a Danger coming down. That's pretty good because we can just let that hit the board. Oh, that's cool. They summoned. Let's summon out our Ogdoadic, although the fact that they're on a zombie deck means Ogdoadic may not be nearly as useful as I'd like. Thunderbird is a little scary. I think we'll PPV now because I don't want it to kill this on res. Shiren, ew. We'll go Futsu, who can bring back... I guess Neff is just the safest. And then I suppose they don't have a way to use this. There's an allure. Let's go Ame. We can make this a lot riskier for them. They do give up a monster, of course. Oh, and they hit a dark, although they may have had that already. That's a grass. But they'll only mill a couple cards. That's fine. I say a couple, 6 cards, but still. Not the 20 they were hoping for, I'm sure. King of the Skull Servants is going to come down here. It's just going to be put into defense mode, though, so... I'm pretty sure Dangers and... I think Danger and Tearlament have been together for a long time. I don't think that's strange. Why is this in the deck? What is this guy? Carnot. I could Ogdoadic here. I'd lose out on a couple monsters. Actually, I'd lose out on my Futsu. There's a Goddess. Oh, they just give up. GG. A sweet card. Wait, is it really? Yeah, we agree that's not normal. What is this guy? Whoa. Must be special summoned from hand or grave during a duel in which your opponent has activated a monster effect in their hand or graveyard. You can only spec once per turn this way. Once per turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make this card gain 1000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard, or shovel it into the deck. Wait, it's just a body? Just level 10 body? What'd the alien trap do? Yeah. Planet Pollutant Virus lets you tribute an alien monster, which in that case was our Alien Shock Trooper M-Frame, and then it puts A counters on everything they summon for 5 turns. And then the reason that's important is Slicer says monsters with A counters are put in defense and can't activate. This card seems whatever to me, Carnot. It just seems like a body. It's just a free level 10 machine. I mean, I'd like to see it in more stuff. He looks awesome. Yeah, it's super strong legendary. It's really cool. It's a little hard to defend, but Mitsurugi helps a lot with that. It used to be kind of fragile because it would just die to something like an Imperm, but now if you have either Ame less reliably or Great Purification more reliably, you can pretty easily defend your Slicer. Gustav Max. I'm a little tired today, team. I think we're gonna call it today. Thanks for coming to the stream. Sorry we're doing a shorter one. We'll probably do another sometime this week. I'm off Monday, so maybe we'll do an extra longer stream on Monday. I'm also excited to try out more of this sprint build. I think this is a cool direction to go, and I really like the idea of the Naya combo turning into full Mitsurugi combo, because that bridges them a lot better. I just got on. Well, you can watch the VOD, Damon. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'll see you next time.